you know what I'm looking forward to this weekend. No, I'm talking. I'm not saying ooh la la and over a week. You know I love to see me some ooh la la. That means we're winning. How you doing, fam? You ready? You ready? This is it. This is it. The bleep just got real. From here until the Super Bowl, it's gonna be crazy. No, I didn't make any mistake. I said from here till the Super Bowl. Even Cynthia Freeland has said the 49ers can pretty much in the driver's seat for their own destination to be done up by them. There's minor obstacles in the way. Rams, she-clowns. Doesn't matter. They're going to do this, and you know this. Hey, we got Sherman K. Water back, and this is very important because see, there is a lot of lining up of players out there that needs to be done. You need Sherman's intelligence to get guys in the right place to do the right things. Last week we saw a defense that should have done a little better. I doubt very seriously whether Julio would have had such a field day that he did. Last week, Sherman been on the field, and for no other reason other than Sherman making sure people in the right place at the right time. And Sherman himself has dealt with Julio on very many occasions, so he knows pretty much what Julio's all about. So we missed that. He didn't have to beat us. K-Wad, well, K-Wad should be a Pro Bowler. How many alternates we got in the Pro Bowl? Just about every guy on the team? See, because the coaches and everybody else knows, these guys. It's like they say, though, it's fame what gets you into the All-Star game. Now, the 49ers do get into the Super Bowl this year and win it, or if they just get in it, you'll see a lot more names probably next year in the Super Bowl, because it's a popularity thing anyway. Mike Person is dealing with a neck injury. Brunskill will cover for him, most likely. 49ers have not made any formal. Have you seen any formal announcement yet made? I'm not sure. But in case you've forgotten, Mike Person is dealing with that next year. But you know what? In case you've forgotten, fam, and I had forgotten, we need to be able to concern about Ben Garland diagnosing defenses at center. Yeah. Did you forget? He's Kyle Shanahan trained. I'd forgotten all about that. Garland knows how to diagnose and signal back to Jimmy. It's not about that. When he was back in Atlanta, they were dealing together. The problem is about dealing with Aaron Donald. That's the problem more than anything else. Anyway, it is the season finale between the 49ers versus Rams. It comes about this season with tables being turned this season, with the Niners being in the driver's seat to win the conference. The Rams hang on by a sliver of hope, needing other game conclusions to determine their fate as to whether they're going to be in the playoffs or not. It's such a long shot. I mean, the odds, Vegas have to put the odds at 1 million to 1 of the 49ers, or if the other teams having everybody falling into place, Vikings losing, this team winning, this team, it's not going to happen. No, but is that going to inspire them to come and play football anyway? That's the thing. Because all that takes is the backseat in this situation is the playoffs. Though rivalry takes the front seat with the 49ers when it comes to the Rams don't want the 49ers to be getting nothing done, and they're not. They're going to be fighting tooth and nail to win this game, and you know this. Who's going to win this game, fam? Hey, give me your scores. We'll tell everybody what you think in just a minute. But, fam, let me go quickly. Let's go over some of the criteria involved in whether or not we're going to win this game or not. And Bosa, defensive line have got to dominate if they can. But you and I both know we got guys out. If the 49ers stop the run and force Jared Goff to pass from behind, and then the defensive line could reclaim its early season form and seize on mismatches in the trenches. And as some people are suggesting, let's start sending more than just the forefront. I mean, let's get some more guys involved in that rush. It's not necessary to just keep making them work. And even though you see it's not working, it's not the same collection of guys. If I got D Ford over there, I got D Buck, I got Eric Pro Bowl. Eric's pissed off, dude. Who should have made the Pro Bowl? Armstead, and I got the prodigy on the other side, Nicky Bosa, who could be the first. He is the first 49er since P. Willis to be voted in his rookie year to the All-Star game. Hey, what's that testosterone Hawks fan clown? Yeah, you guys, if Bosa's probably tested. He'll be probably found to be on roids. See, Seahawks, they can't identify with real talent. Bosa's been, hey, one thing people got to understand about Bosa, this isn't something that started in junior high school or high school. Bosa's been raised just like a ninja from the time he could walk and from the time he could. Bosa was rushing, man, Bosa was probably rushing, man. I'd give him like 6, 7 months, years old, as soon as he could walk. Everything you see is a lifetime, is a result of a lifetime of training. So what you say from Nick Bosa, I don't know why anybody's going to be surprised. That's what I was trying to say in the preseason before the draft. I said, wait a minute. The Bosas train from the time they're toddlers. Bring him in. Bring him in. And sure enough, he is the deal. So anyway, so if the 49ers stopped to run and force Jared Goff to pass from behind, the defensive line would reclaim its early season form and seize on mismatch in the trenches. Rams' best lineman continues to be left tackle Andrew Whitworth, who actually earned Nicky Bosa's Pro Bowl vote. Bosa. Nick said about Whitworth, quote, "You watch tape and it's unbelievable how you never see anybody throw a flag on him. Like he's so good at holding and doing all the small things and grabbing onto you," unquote. Not completely true, Nicky B. The clever cheating Whitworth actually has drawn 8 holding penalties this season, including one for holding you in the final minutes of the 49ers versus Rams episode 1 of this 2019 season, October 13th, Nicky. Remember that flag? They got him off you that time. Nick goes on to say, quote, "I might think I'm having a great bull rush, but in reality, he's got my 2 pads and pulling me to the ground with him. He just uses what you do well against you," unquote. You know what I'm glad what Nick did? Call it. Brilliant move, Nicky. Call it. This is going to get some attention. Now the referees are being embarrassed as if they weren't doing their job. I've been complaining about this for weeks. It's not only Whitworth. I've seen Bosa in chokeholds. Bosa can be so dominant that they probably decided, refs say, this team's got no chance unless they hold that kid. He's out of control. Man. So as I say, I'm glad Nick pulled that out there so people could see it, including Roger Goodell and all the people that are involved in the officiating. Call it on Whitworth. Pick it up. He's got more than 8 of these this year. Meanwhile, the 49ers' other linemen must dominate, including a pissed-off Pro Bowl snub, Eric Smith. Did you see it? Eric Smith. Eric Armstead. Did you see Armstead post up on Twitter? I hate to laugh at it, but come on, Eric, man. A Super Bowl is more valuable than the Pro Bowl game. You wouldn't go play in it anyway. Boy, he's mad as hell. And that's good, too, because Goff and Wilson are dead meat. I love it. And DeForest Buckner got snubbed again as well. Although Defoe hasn't had that big of a year this year. So, And Solomon T, will you please help us? You got Eric Armstead, you got Bosa, you got Nicky B out there busting butt, trying to get it done. Solomon T is usually, you forget he's in the game. He does pretty good on the run sometimes. Come on, Solomon, get involved. We want to see your name being screamed out by the announcers on occasion. Goff got sacked 4 times last meeting. He'll be looking to pass fast. And looking to tight end Tyler Higbee a lot probably this game, maybe even more than he did last time. His all-star cast of wide receivers, Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks will be out there. But listen, you know what? Marcel Harris, I believe Marcel said, look, y'all, man, I ain't been out here all year. Now, you just expect me to come out here and just play the best football out here. Give me a minute. I have a feeling you're going to see a supercharged Marcel Harris this week. All right? Marcel's went through his 2 weeks. Remember last year, Marcel Harris came in after being on the IR most of the season and trying to recuperate from that injury he had. Remember after 2 weeks, Marcel Harris was a terror. I look for Marcel Harris to come back guns blazing this weekend. He should be fully ready to go, watching all the film, coaches prepping him up and getting him ready to roll. He should be feeling pretty good about himself now, and he should go out there and get it. I don't see guys like Jared Cook well, let's not put his name in there, but guys like Higbee and some of these other guys, I think they're going to have to deal with more than just Fred Warner this weekend. I will see about Marcel, but I got faith in him because the guy's a good player when he gets his mind into it. Run defense, yes, Goff will play with a right thumb injury against the Niners pass rush, so the Rams are predicted to come out running the ball. You remember that October 13th 7-play run only touchdown drive that put the Rams ahead 7-0, don't you? I don't want to see that again. I left my bad taste in my mouth that day, and I don't want it again. The Rams' use of Todd Gurley over the past year makes you wonder if they'll forget about his load management and use whatever he has left in this do-or-die game for them. Neither Gurley nor Malcolm Brown have rushed for 100 yards in a game this season, and each is averaging 3.9 yards per carry. I can't believe it. Gurley has run for 741 yards and 10 TDs with 1 touchdown in each of the past 3 games. Meanwhile, here's the thing, Phil. You know, Todd Gurley probably knows the 49ers, not the 49ers, but the Rams are probably looking to either restructure his contract next year or just fully unload him. Gurley and Brown, not Brown, but Gurley may be making lots of business decisions in this game. Todd saying, look, I ain't going to be, the 49ers ain't going to be hammering me into the dirt, and y'all got plans on me that ain't good, all right? So this is the last game, don't mean nothing. I will say, meanwhile, the 49ers are juggling Sheldon Day, Solomon T, and K Street to see who can best replace the fallen D.J. Jones. And once Gurley has passed the line of scrimmage, Fred Warner, another mini Pro Bowl alternates, with a team high 104 tackles, we were looking to meet Mrs. Gurley's baby boy as he comes charging out of that front line defense, if he does. And Warner said this about Todd Gurley. He said, outstanding back with a balance. His burst through the hole. He's a slasher, gets downhill in a hurry, so you've got to make sure he doesn't get going, unquote. Easier said than done, but that's not the same Todd Gurley as we've been fondly used to for the last couple of years. Gurley did not face the 49ers in October, nor in the 27-18 season finales. But he produced 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving TD in each of those seasons' earlier meetings. Rams victories at Levi's Stadium at 41-39 and 39-10. Fam, you know what? All of that aside, the biggest problem the 49ers have is Aaron Donald. Mr. Sackerman addressed the audience waving. I don't want to see that tomorrow. Ben Garnett's first start as Weston Richburg's replacement was a rough going last Sunday against Falcons Grady Jarrett. Next comes a Grim Reaper, who children next Halloween will be dressed as for Halloween. He is Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. He'll be ready to roll after last week's thorough, I'm talking thorough, country whooping at the hands of them boys. Oh, did they get their butts handed to them last week. And that's why I know they're going to come out hunting for bear this week. They're going to be ready to roll. That's right. We put some water in their smoking, though. Fam, the 49ers cannot let Donald dominate, and Coach Shanahan's play calls will likely try to keep Donald away from the action as much as possible. Garden should get interior help from guards Laken Tomlinson and Daniel Brunskill, unless Mike Person is cleared to play for this game. Otherwise, it's Brunskill or Justin School. The replacement starters, the tackle spots last game, who replaced the tackle spots last game against the Rams, will both be standing by. Boy, no. They'll be dressed out. 49ers running back roulette plays out amongst Heave the Dream Monster, as Nick Bosa affectionately refers to him as. Monster. I like that. Matty B. He's got to be ready this weekend. He's had 2 weeks to get it going. Could it be a Matty B monster weekend? T. Coleman will be involved. Kyle, will you please put him out in motion and put him out there where he can work on them linebackers? They'll be looking to replicate what them boys did in last Sunday's 44-21 win over the Rams, who allowed his Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard to each – they knocked off 100 yards apiece. Well, now we don't have a Zeke Elliott, but a monster comes very close. I mean that too. Monster is crazy, man. That dude, he's our best running back and probably always has been, but just not getting his shot. An interesting fact about our trio of talented backs, fam. I really love this. Monster, 662 yards. Breda, 607. Coleman, 500. Are the 49ers' first trio to eclipse 500 yards in a season since their 1954. That $1 million backfield of Joe the Jet Perry. 1,049 yards. John Henry Johnson, 681 yards. And Hugh McElhaney, 515. And that is some fine company to be in. The big sellers of Monster, Matty B, TC, make them the $3.6 million backfield. Will they be in motion, large and in charge come tomorrow? You know they are. The best way to get rid of Aaron Donald is to run at him as much as you can. Get him on his heels. And then Jimmy G can get out there and stop the critics yet another week. Got spread wealth this week, though. George Kittle, again, can he pray on the Rams to reach another milestone? George is all about records. But that's all he does every week. A year ago, he set the NFL single-season record for achieving yards by a tight end. Once he tallied 149 yards in a 48-32 win at L.A. in the finale. Now he only needs 112 yards to reach the 1,000-yard mark again. Go, George! But, fam, Kittle is no secret weapon. The Rams are already on high alert for that storm coming through. They know. So, what the 49ers need to remember is George is not the only weapon. Sunday, GK drew half of Jimmy G's 34 targets, catches 13 of 17 for 134 yards. From what I understand, that Jarrett situation had something to do with it. G had to get rid of that ball quick, and I'm sure Kyle Shanahan told him, listen, we're having a little problem with the protection. Look for George. They can't cover him one-on-one. Get rid of the ball. We're not running. Go to George. If you get a chance and you got a chance to go through progressions, the other guys could be available, but get rid of that ball, get rid of it quick. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened last week from the way it's being explained. If we presume the Rams make sure Kittle's blanketed, possibly by cornerback Jalen Ramsey, who also will be shadowing E-Man Sanders, is probably pretty much what everybody's thinking is going to happen. Then the Deebo Samuel Kendrick Bourne show will be on with some deadly cameos from Richie James Jr., who can strike like a cobra suddenly. Jimmy G will need to stay aware of Jay Ramsey at all times. JG knows this, and he is quoted. He doesn't make any throws easy. For you, challenges everything. He's long. He really does a good job. We see you out there, Jay Ramsey. I just wish because Marquise Goodwin owns your butt. I wish he was playing tomorrow just for this game. 49ers ain't got no stage fright, though, fam. We have went through the gauntlet. We're not going to see any more competition worse than we've seen this year. It gets easier. When you get through dealing with Green Bay, and, man, Action Jackson left a scar. But not so bad they could go in and deal with the all-time greatest quarterback of all time, Drew Brees. 2 out of 3 of those? Shh. Man, playing the Rams and Hawks is like a good time, but the same could have been said about the Atlanta Falcons. See what happens. We did need, I have a feeling if Sherman's in that game and Richburg's in the game, last week is not a contest. They're not here this time. We got Sherman back. Let's see what we can do. We could use DJ Jones, but every team is in a situation right now where a lot of players are missing. This is what it is. It's a battle of attrition, and whoever can come out ahead through the suffering and pick it up and get through there. It's all about the fortitude from here, fam, and some skill as well. So hey, and we got team captains now, and veteran leaders are on call now to lead the 49ers squad that lacks playoff experience. And according to George Kittle, who said, we're in control of our own destiny, so we're going to try to win one game at a time. Go get them! Niners! Go get them! And Solomon T, man, come on, T. I know I'm gonna be mad at him all day tomorrow. If Solomon T, I got my other guys busted, but 60-something snaps a game. They move Solomon to 40-something snaps. Solomon, man, we beg you, man. You were picked number 3. You could have been a number 2 pick in the draft. 2017, Solomon. Get in there. If you get going, it's over. That's all we need. If you get going, it's over. William Robinson says, hey, it's William's birthday. Happy Niners birthday, William. Happy Niners birthday, William. May we give you a victory tomorrow. Happy Niners birthday to you. Hey, Corey McGlinty, he said, real quick, dust that cat hair off your brim. I know, man. You know what? This is the thing. MC Niner and his little women, they be coming in here, man, rolling around the house like they've lost their mind. MC! Told you about that. Clean up after them. See, and he has no respect for my stuff, okay? Okay. And I made him money this year. Okay. Where were we? Thanks, Corey. Sorry, man. That's that cat hair off your brim, Moose. 30-13. Corey. And Jan Boss. Hey, what up, Ronbo and Not Fam? Playoffs start tomorrow. I have to play every game like it's do or die. Boy, ain't that the truth? Ray Jr., Niners 30, Lamb Chop 17. Jay Anderson, what up? Go Niners 28-10 over Rams, 12-3. Here we come. Jake Tan, another Seahawks suspended for PEDs with every Ronbo show. He was one of the better run stoppers from understand, too. He's out for 4 games. Oh, that's too bad, Hawks. It was going to be bad enough. And now, you guys may have to wave a white flag at the half. We're bringing George, by the way, this time. And unless something goes wrong tomorrow, I believe George will be also accompanied by E-Man Sanders. We didn't have those 2 guys last time. And by the way, Robbie will not be missing that game-winning field goal on your butt this week. You think you're going to hide out in the clink this time and think that's going to be that's not going to happen. It's not a haven for you anymore. We're going to beat your ass. Okay, where was that? Chad Garrison says, hey, in my opinion, I feel like this Niner team should act like they need these 2 games just to make playoffs. And they do. Well, they don't, but they still need it. That first week bye is essential. And teams, statistically, the most Super Bowls are won by teams who got a first-round bye. The 49ers have to get this first-round bye for a lot of reasons. Injuries, traditions, everything. So they can get that 1 seed, have the mentality that you haven't made it yet. I got a feeling they know that too. They probably really do know that. San Francisco, he says hashtag AA91 is going to unleash his Pro Bowl snub wrapped on Rams O-line tomorrow, and I can't wait. Yeah, look for some of the Pro Bowlers that should have been to play their best game tomorrow. I hope they stay mad for 2 weeks, though. That's the only thing I say. There he is. Well, it's the big show. This is Fred Warner, Eric Armstead, Heem Mostert, Jimmy G, Jimmy Ward are all alternates for Pro Bowl. Meaning if someone's injured, opts out, or makes Super Bowl, they're in. Yeah, that's true. As I said, it's a popularity contest. This year, they make some noise in the playoffs and Super Bowl. We'll see a lot of guys going next year. Because this team's got a 4-year window easily. Eric Sanchez, good to see you again, fam. This is the last 2 games we lost. Jimmy G had no INTs, turnovers, crazy. Have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, no. Jimmy G had turnovers in that Seahawks game. Last week we didn't have it, The first game of the year, we lost to who? Was that the Seahawks? Oh, yeah. No, we had a turnover against Jackson as well. Yeah. So, Yeah, Jimmy's got to take care of the ball. Oh, and good call. That's brilliant. If you lose, Hawks win, they clinch the division. And from what I understand, that's not true either. Yeah. Something really weird about the playoff situation this year. Don't play yourself, Sullivan. You guys think you're gonna walk all over the Cardinals? Probably not. I wish the Cardinals would play their game like they know they can. And you got nobody to stop the run. I got a feeling the Cardinals are gonna come after the Seahawks tomorrow. Don't be surprised if Kyler Murray doesn't come of age tomorrow against the Hawks. They're not that good. I don't understand. Okay. Hey, Phil. Phil. Phil.
So the answer to the question is, if the Seahawks win and we lose,
Yeah.
the Seahawks still haven't won the division.
Yeah, I heard that on
It comes down to that
show
last
yesterday.
game. If we win that last game, then it's a tie, and it goes down to tiebreakers.
Oh,
And eventually, because we'd have same conference record,
yeah.
it goes down to points scored against points against, and we would win that tiebreaker.
And
So,
strength of schedule.
strength of schedule too. So we're up on both of those, and so we would win the division if we beat the Seahawks. Period.
There's no if. 49ers going to go after the Seahawks like madmen. If people think they
But-
saw something when we went into the Superdome, they've not seen anything yet. But go ahead.
But we wouldn't necessarily get a first-round bye. Well, probably would, because we had the tiebreaker with the Packers. The only team we don't have a tiebreaker with is Minnesota. So,
Isn't that funny?
but they've
beat-
lost 4. So
Yeah.
We have a better record than the Vikings, and we beat the Saints and the Packers, so we will have the tiebreaker, bro. I just have to
well,
interrupt
not
to
if
say that.
not if Minnesota wins
We
out.
have
and
a
we
better
lose.
record. We have a better record than the Vikings and the Packers. We beat the Packers and we beat the Saints. That's
Hold
that.
Hold on.
He's
I don't know who this is interrupting.
Put me
my
back
call,
on
but-
mute, Ronbo.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Minnesota's only lost 4 games, and if we lose to the Rams, we will have 4 losses. So we do not have a better record.
That was 12-4, 12-4. Everybody would be 12-4, and we would make the Hawks 12-4.
But we would get the tiebreaker against the Hawks, so we get the division,
Yeah.
but not necessarily a home field.
Yeah, that's the part that's
First round
confusing.
bye.
That's the part that's confusing, Phil. I wonder why we wouldn't. If you win the division, you should automatically get the. I see what you mean, though.
Well, you get a home
Oh,
field
everybody's got the
game, but you don't
12-4.
get the first round bye.
Yes, 13-3 would get us the bye. 12-4 would put us in a thing with all those seats. But we do have the tiebreakers against. Oh no, Minnesota would
Packers
end up
and
with the
New
number 1
Orleans.
seed if they should win out. How ridiculous would that be?
This call is being recorded.
All right, guys, don't hit mute.
Well,
Don't hit mute, guys.
anyway.
Don't unmute yourself. Phil's on. You'll be on in a minute. All right, Phil. Go ahead, give me some more stuff, Phil. Now, you got to do something with Aaron Donald. Can Ben Garland
Yeah.
and Tomlinson take care of that and all those good things and give us
Not
a score?
worried. Not worried.
Okay.
I think Kyle's going to bring this playbook out a little bit. I think he held back against Atlanta. I think he's mad at himself.
He didn't think he
doing
needed
that.
it. He didn't think he needed it.
Yeah, he didn't think he needed it, and eventually he did. But
Yeah.
I think he's going to bring the playbook out against Atlanta. I'm not worried about Seattle. They're pretty banged up too. So
And who's ever not banged up is getting kicked off the team. They're having a drug issue in Seattle.
So anyway, Ronbo, yeah, I think it's going to be about 27-20, maybe 27, 14, maybe 27-20. I'll go with that.
27-20. Put Phil down officially
Yeah.
for 27-20. All right.
And I'm looking forward to it. We got the tailgate ready. We're going to deep fry a prime rib.
Ooh.
So
Whoa. Seems like
last game of the season, we go all out.
But that seems like a rude thing. I guess if you crisp it on the outside, not too done, Phil. I like to see that meat bleeding. I like to think if I give it artificial respiration, it can come back alive.
It'll be bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll be crispy on the outside.
Ow! Like that, Phil. Brilliant. Brilliant.
All right,
cooker.
Ronbo, I'll let you go. I know you got a lot of callers.
All right, fam. Looking forward to you singing tomorrow. We'll be singing Ooh La La.
Tomorrow, I'll be yelling as usual.
All right. Hey, Phil's in Blue Lot. What is it?
Blue Lot 1.
Blue Lot 1. Look for Phil. He'll be out there by the SUVs and the trailer and the mobile homes. All right, Phil.
Where the trees are.
And where the trees are. There you go. All right.
Okay.
All right, Phil.
Bye.
Bye. And really, see for you over there. See, I'm looking for the prime rib, being deep fried. Phil, hey, you looking for me? Hey, Drake, come on in, mate.
Bro, why are we talking about the Vikings and Dalvin Cook is out for the rest of the regular season?
I know. I saw him.
Separated shoulder.
I saw him talking about that today
against the Packers. Yeah, so like, come on, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. The Packers is gonna win out. The Packers is gonna win out. We got the tiebreaker over them. We know what the Saints is gonna do. We got the tiebreaker over them. We did what Seattle was not able to do. Seattle couldn't even beat the Saints at home. All we got to do is go into Seattle and win, and we got the damn bye. We're going to be in the second. We'll probably be in second place because the Saints will have a better record, even though we have the tiebreaker. But then again, we have the most points scored in the NFC, 619 points. The next team underneath us is 548 points. We are killing shit. I'm not worried, bro. We're going to go into Seattle and beat the dog shit out of Seattle, and that's what's going to happen, bro. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. Them and Drake, all their PED users, we're going to put them to use. Period.
You just brought up something that kind of scared me, though. That means we got to go back to New Orleans unless they lose this weekend?
I have no idea how that will work. I don't know how that will work exactly. But, I mean, I think, actually, no. If it comes up to points scored and points scored against, we would have that over New Orleans, too. We have the tiebreaker win. We have an historic defense this year, and I know we've scored more points than anybody. We've scored the next team is 548 points, and we're 619 points. So what is that like?
Drake,
548.
Maybe they'll just go.
Plus another.
Maybe they'll just go with head-to-head. Maybe they'll just go with head-to-head competition. If they do, okay, we're home free. All right.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not worried about no Vikings, bro, or no Packers, bro. Like,
here's what I want to ask you: are you worried about the receiving situation tomorrow? Because see, what I saw last week kind of bothered me. I wondered why George Kittle and Jimmy was playing catch all day, and where was everybody else? You know what I'm saying?
Because there's one thing that Kyle Shanahan said is that the Falcons came out and they ran an 8-man front. That was not the defense that we prepared for all week. That's not the defense that we prepared for all week. Also, do you know how many times we use play action, Ronbo?
I know. I'm so
four times.
I know, Kyle.
4 times. Is that Kyle Shanahan's offense?
I don't know why he does that.
That was a hey, we're going to go into this game and we're going to use a big term called minimalism. That means we're not going to do too much to put anybody at risk. We're not going to have receivers going over the middle. All of our passes were basically to the flats and to the right or to the left hash. So we're gonna put everybody out into the flats to the right and the left hash. We're not going to throw any passes over the middle. The one pass that we threw over the middle, Debo dropped.
I know.
That was Kyle trying to make it out of the game healthy. I don't give a damn about the Falcons. I don't care about that game. It's over and done with. And you know what? For anybody who knows football, I rewatched the game 3 times. You know what I seen the last time? The NFL rulebook states in the fourth quarter, the only plays that are reviewed are first downs and touchdowns. If the referees called them first downs or touchdowns. At the end of the game, they called that a catch. He wound the clock. The game was over. That was not called a touchdown by any single ref. That play should not have been reviewed. The Falcons did not have any timeouts. So if the ref would have called it a touchdown when he caught the ball, then you review it. You don't review a fucking catch. Excuse my language. You don't review a catch that is not called a touchdown by the refs at the end of the game. They only review touchdowns and first downs when they are close in the last 2 minutes of NFL games. There's no way in hell Dan Quinn should have been able to run out on the field and say, I'm challenging that, review it. Not on our home field. He shouldn't have been able to do that. Not with no touchdowns. We got screwed out of the game. And I'm not making no excuses or none of that, but that's the rules.
Yeah.
The ref said, game over, wind the clock. They did not call that a touchdown.
Yeah, everybody's complaining about that.
Well, I'm just going off of what the rules is of the NFL, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I've never seen that happen before in my life. Now, if they would have called it a touchdown and reviewed it, that's different. But none of those refs called it a touchdown. So I don't understand how the hell Dan Quinn was able to run out on the field and say, "Hey,
and make everybody
I want to
stop."
review that." When you ain't got no touchdowns, and then they shouldn't even. They wound the clock and they left it at 1 second, and I was wondering why did it take them so long to say wind the clock, game over.
Exactly, and that reinforces that they was breaking rules. Dre, I need to get your score.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna see you tomorrow, and they better not make any more goofy calls.
Hey, my score ain't gonna be no numbers. It's a W. I don't give a damn what the score is. I don't got no numbers.
Just put a W down for Dre. All right.
Yeah,
all right,
we're
Dre.
getting the W.
There you go.
All right, bro.
All right, fam.
Peace.
See you tomorrow. Oh, God. And James, is James zooming in? James, you have no audio. Remember those instructions. You may have just missed one thing. So great. Look at those instructions real quick, James. You just missed one function. And meanwhile, hey, go check out Paul. Hey, boy.
Hey, Ronbo.
Boy.
What's going on tonight, Ronbo?
Oh, man, we're sitting up here.
I'm feeling good.
It's not as silly as it was last week when I guess the 49ers just felt like, well, we don't have to exert too much energy on this. We want to come out of this game with as few injuries as possible, guys. So we're going to keep this pretty much basic football and just get out there and play good defense and run the ball. What?
Yeah.
What happened?
You know, Ronbo, you're right. And, there's some things you could take from it, too, where it's like, the guys can say, listen, this is an eye-opener. If I don't come out there and I don't give 110% on every single play, the worst team can beat the best team. It's the NFL.
Yep, we just seen it.
That's right. But, Ronbo, you hit it on the nose, and that was really a reason why I was going to call in tonight, because I'm questioning what's going on with Solomon Thomas.
Oh.
What is the deal with him? Maybe you got some more info over there? 'Cause I'm pissed.
No matter where they play him, he's still. Last year we said, move him to the inside. Okay, they moved him to the inside. Where is he? Oh, Solomon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ron. They was our third pick in the draft, like two years ago. And the man is a beast. He's like twice the size of Bosa. I'm like, why is this man not on the field, man? And then last week, because I think we were out, we didn't have Jones. I seen him out there, and I'm like, wow, he has been here all year. So what the hell?
I know,
going
right?
on?
You forget about him at times.
But,
you never hear his name called.
Yeah, right. But now, you were saying that Goff maybe has a little something going on with his hand.
He's got a thumb thing going on. And he looked like it last week against the Cowboys. That ball was going everywhere but where he wanted it to. He had a few good passes, but only a few. So,
right. But I'll tell you this: if the Rams think for 1 second that their offensive game plan is to run the ball, I mean, good luck. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna smack them up. We're definitely gonna smack up the Rams. I see that. But I know you got other callers. I'll give you my quick score. I'm thinking like 30-14. And I want to give a shout out to thank you. You got me in touch with my man Melvin. A fellow Jersey Niner.
Yes.
My man Mel, he called me up. So good looking on that. Double bang, go gang all day, baby.
Hey.
Talk to you tomorrow, Ronbo.
All right, Paulie. Looking forward to it. And celebration time, babe. All right. Night, Paulie.
All right.
I'll hop on over here and check out, see what Emilio's talking about. Emilio!
Hello?
What's up?
Man, you tell me. I hear a lot of people complaining. I don't know what the hell we're complaining about.
Well, Emilio, it's okay if we get a whooping and really got a whooping. It's like that game against the Saints. We all could have accepted a Saints whooping. And we all, we could Action Jackson. That boy is bad. Okay, you can accept that. I still cannot accept the Hawks whooping and last week's whooping. See, that don't make no sense. The Atlanta Falcons. So it's bothering people that we was out there going 3/4 speed. Who did we think we were? Okay, we understand that Kyle did not want to see anybody get hurt. This team has nothing to stop the 49ers on their best day. Had we had everybody out there, you could go half speed. But like we talked about Solomon Thomas, he's not helping any. So we only had 3 guys last week on that front line. See? So, yeah, we mad about that.
That's what I told you. That's what I told you last week. I mean, they just were playing. They were playing lazy. They didn't want to get hurt. You can kind of see if you saw highlights and kind of rewatch it. You thought it was kind of playing lazy. They didn't want to get hurt.
No.
They didn't think it was worth. You can kind of say it's not worth getting hurt against the Falcons.
And they're right. They're right, Emilio. Getting hurt against the Falcons would have been ridiculous. Actually, a mission accomplished. Nobody got hurt. We didn't win though.
Well, I mean, we all wanted. Everybody wanted to win, and we all thought they should have won. I even thought they should have won, but it was just like, I kind of lost interest in the game. Literally, the first drive. As soon as I saw 3
boring, wasn't it?
I was tuning in and out. Oh, it was the most as exciting the Niners have been all year. Literally, this was the most boring game
it was.
Not even after we blew the hell out of the Browns. You kind of phase away from games at times when it's a blowout. No, this was like the most boring Niners game I've seen all season.
No real action defense.
No, nothing. But I got distracted. I was just like, wow. I was just kind of more amazed, like, damn, this shit is really boring. I couldn't even say that. Usually I was like, whoa, I get it. But all in all, I mean, to me, like I said, I didn't even get mad. I was like, whatever. This kind of happened later than what I thought. I thought they were going to do that in the beginning of the season, get lazy because, they were winning all these games. I'm like, well, they're going to have one lazy game. And what happened later in the season, what I thought. You also
week
think about
15.
Richard Sherman wasn't out there.
Yeah.
Sure. Hey. Wasn't out there to motivate these guys.
Good call, Emilio. Sherman would not have put up with that, would he? Not on defense. No, that's true. He was yelling at them on the sideline when they was coming back, unless Kyle told him to ease up. I wonder if he did.
You can tell. If you literally got to say, if Sherman was out there playing, Sherman would have hyped these guys up on defense. Like, come on, you guys. He wasn't literally out. He was cheerleading and trying to get the team going, but he wasn't out there to motivate those guys. Like, come on, let's get to it. Let's stop these guys. I mean, you can kind of tell. It was just, they wanted to play at the same time, but it was just like, they kind of thought it didn't mean nothing to them.
Mm-hmm. Julio wouldn't have had.
I kind of got that vibe, too.
Yeah, Julio wouldn't have had the day he was if Sherman would have been out there.
No,
I don't think.
Nowhere near. Maybe a touchdown, but
yeah.
I don't. He wouldn't have done all that. Honestly.
Yeah, every reception, Julio's making the catch except for 1 or 2. Oh, come on now. That's all right.
It is what it is. We lost the game. Now it's kind of you kind of think about what Sherman said too as well. We want to make it exciting, so guess what? The last 2 games are going to be exciting for us. Either we win out, we win the division, or
it would be intense.
See where we fall.
Emilio,
so
I want to ask you. I'm not into conspiracy theories or anything like that, but this kind of Shanahan says, well, whether we, how did he put it? He says whether we win or not, we're in the playoffs and we do well. We're a good travel team. Shanahan, coming into that game, was saying things like that, as if, and somebody else pointed out, as if Shanahan knows something nobody else knows. Emilio, if the 49ers go out and destroy the Rams tomorrow, we'll know this is all part of a master plan. You get out of the Atlanta Falcons game without getting hurt. You take your guys and you annihilate the Rams. You go into Seattle and you run them damn near out of the city limits. And then we'll say, oh, but y'all couldn't beat the Falcons. That's what I got a feeling that's the script.
you know what? No, you know what? And I actually kind of thought of it. Because I thought to what Sherman said. We're going to make the season exciting for you guys. You guys want it to be exciting. We're going to find one way or another to make it exciting. Whether we're blowing teams out, barely winning games, or we're cruising along. He said he was gonna make it exciting. So, not going. I was going for a shimmer said, but it's just you may look at it like that. Oh, this is the way we're gonna make it exciting.
Yeah.
We've been, even
Well,
let's say if they don't win out.
Let me know.
They
But
are a better road team. They won a lot of the games on the road.
anyway, that's true.
So-
Brilliant games. But the PR department's got to stop with that promotion. But Emilio, we got to get your score because we got to move. What score you got for this game?
I hate it because it's just more than the Rams need to win this game. We would want to win this game. You know me in this division.
Yeah, I know. And you're right, too.
Damn. I say we do pull off the win, but it might even be a freaking nail biter on this one too. Just because I hate to say it, I don't even want to even go there. I would like to blow them out.
You gotta say it, though, Emilio.
Kind of poorly.
Give it up, Emilio. Come on, what's it gonna be?
Man, 21-24, Ronbo.
21-24 and another nail biter. Emilio's calling it Robbie Gold. All right, Emilio, we're gonna go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
No, not the nail biter. You know what? We'll be ahead, but it's us stopping the Rams from scoring, trying to get that last.
And that last shot.
Is what it's gonna be. That our defense has to get another chance to show up.
Right.
That's what I think. We're gonna have to lead.
All right.
Rams are gonna try to come back and try to tie it.
All right, Emilio.
That's my whole scenario on that.
I got you down 24-21. All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, can you see that scenario? We're going to be a basket case after this game. If the 49ers are trying to protect, and at the last game, they kick a field goal to Rams, and then they try to do an onside kick, people will be like, oh, man. Big Steve!
What's up, Ronbo?
Steve, we're sitting up here making ourselves all crazy, talking about this game coming up tomorrow. Because you look at what's in front of us. If at full strength, we know this would be no contest for the next 2 weeks. But as it is, we're putting Band-Aids on there, and they got the duct tape wrapped around some things. I don't know, Steve. What you see any disasters in this game tomorrow?
Man, I hope we've seen all the disasters we're gonna see.
Yeah, amen to that.
You know what? Our defense has taken a lot of blows this year, man. I hope we're done with I hope we're done with all that.
Yeah.
I hope
Would
we
be
can
nice.
Stay healthy, man. Sherman's coming back. Who else is coming back?
K1.
K1,
which is extremely important.
I'm surprised Kowalski's not going to be out there, man. It seems like he's been out forever.
Next week. I understand he's coming. Next week is his projected return. So.
Oh, next week? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. We're going to need him.
Yeah.
I say we win these next 2 games, bro, and we take that number 1 seed.
But Steve, did you see, though, last week I saw something that may be coming a trend. We saw Matty Ice was sliding out of the pocket. And last week I saw golf rolling out of the pocket. The word now, maybe, since Action Jackson was rolling out on the 49ers left and right, the word may now be get out of that pocket no matter what you do. Just roll out of there. You don't have to wait for the coach to tell you. Get out of there, look for your receivers. The 49ers' pursuit is so hot, they probably, or in some cases, could run right by you. 49ers got to be alert for that, Steve. They did do that a couple of times, even last week. Matty Ice has no speed. 27 yards rushing. God, what?
I remember last time I called you, man, and my phone died, and I didn't even get a chance to talk about how disgusted I was with the performance from last week's game against the Falcons, man. I chucked my phone across the room. I said, get out of here with this bullshit. I couldn't believe it, dude.
I feel you on that.
I couldn't believe we lost to the 4-9 Falcons, man. I was so upset about that. There was no need for that, man. We weren't playing like we normally play. You know, you were right in what you were saying about how we kind of were playing like we were trying to avoid injury, or we were just like playing catch or something out there. You know, it was like watching Garoppolo and Kittle playing catch or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just went out to have fun or whatever.
That was the whole offense.
They weren't playing. Yeah, they weren't playing serious. The defense, man, I don't know what the defense was doing out there, but they haven't looked the same since I'd say it's probably the Green Bay game.
Yeah, you'd be right too.
You got to think about all the points that we let the Saints score on us, and then the Baltimore Ravens. You know, we couldn't stop Lamar Jackson, even though we did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, we did better than anybody else. but still the L. Still the L.
And I think it's just for the fact that we've had all these injuries, man. The injury plague hitting our team constantly and mostly on defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, eventually that takes a toll. You know, you lose Richburg. You know, you lose Ronald Blair. You know, all these guys
that hurt.
injury
That
prone.
really hurt. Oh.
It really did. It really did. And you could tell now losing our center, you know, just things like that. You don't really think that it's going to be that big of a deal, but it does. I mean, especially when you lose your center, man, that opens up the run game. So I'm glad we got Juice out there still. You know, I'm glad we have our offensive pieces, but that defense, man, they haven't looked the same. I want to see them step it up again this week against the Rams. I want to see us get back to the way we play defensive football.
They're gonna have some. They're gonna have to have some assistance. They have to put some 5 men. They're gonna have to plot a little beyond what they did. We could rely on that 4 guys in front before and put all our guys in coverage, which was really deadly. But we may have to go to conventional systems now.
We can't be letting these QBs roll out the pocket like this.
Oh, that bothers me. And they're doing it.
I'm telling you, we were so tight
Roll out and
but
be killed. I know. Now it's like they're getting away.
Maybe Sherman, K1 being out there, maybe that'll give our defense some life, some juice back in them.
Yeah, because they're going to cover better. And last week the coverage was not as good as it could have been, so that gave Matty Ice a little more time to look around and throw. That's not been the case when the 49ers were at their best. So if Sherm and K1 can hold that down a little bit, and I suspect Marcel Harris will look a little better this week too. So we should be okay.
They've been playing too reserved. At least against the Falcons, man. I want to see them, you know, go out there and really play some hardcore football, man, on offense and defense.
I hear you. Well, Steve, I need your score, and we're going to see you tomorrow. What do you got?
Oh, God, man. Oof. Score. You know, every time I say something like 40-10 or 38-20
I would recommend
or something, yeah.
Don't do it.
I'm going to go close for this one. So maybe
luck.
if I say it's going to be close, it'll be a blowout.
Yes.
Let's go 30-27.
Everybody's got it. 4 quarters of football. All right, Steve. Yeah, we need that.
We're almost there, Ronbo. We're almost there.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bro. Take care, man.
You too. Yeah. We wouldn't have it any other way, right? Got to do it the hard way. Sharon! My Sharona, boom, ba boom. My Sharona, boom, da boom. Sharon! All right. Let's see. We'll come back. Sharon, we'll come back to you. All right. Because seeing golf rolling out of the pocket was freaking me out. Has James got it figured out yet? Yeah, James, we still got no sound for you. All right. Hey, Shabazz!
Ronbo.
Shabazz. Sup, fam?
What's up, fam?
Man, this whole season has been it's been drama ever since Green Bay. We can't get no break. It's either that Saints game just put an exclamation point on everything, and then we're with the Rams again. Who the Rams don't want us sweeping them? Oh, Shabazz!
Yeah,
hey,
but you know what, Ronbo? People
ain't nothing they can do about it.
want to be there, but they got to be there. There ain't nothing they can do about it. They getting swept. That's no problem, man. And to go in on what Dre said, man, look, the negativity, it needs to cease and desist.
Yeah.
I said before, that first loss, 13-3, it's 13-3. We're going to go on this 2-game win streak, and I'm with everybody else. I don't want to call out a score, but we winning these next 2, and that's it. Mm-hmm. I did think about that NFL rule, though. The NFL has always been dirty to us, not kind to us. The ruling on the field was no touchdown. Therefore, it was not able to be reviewed.
Yeah.
The game should have been over. Second, I'm upset because, the NFL has always been low-key dirty to us. This outside of the game. I'm watching the NFL Top 100 tonight. They reveal everything. And once again, T.O. gets snubbed, And they only snub him because he's a 49er. But back to our game. But the NFL just,
man, they got it up for us, you know. And we are the organization in all of sports that started everything. We started sending our players first class on private jets, nice hotels, everything, man. I just don't like the standard that's being displayed towards us when we are the model franchise. That's all. But my rant is done with that. That's it. But go ahead, Ronbo.
It was well. I tell you what, my concern now is though, do the Rams come in with nothing but pride and rivalry, anger, and work the 49ers hard? And does Kyle extend beyond basic plays to beat the Rams? I assume that he knows the importance of winning this game, and he acts with some amount of urgency.
Yeah. The urgency will be there, but listen, the Rams ain't gonna come in and look. Even the year that we went 2-14, the first year I got my season tickets, the Rams' first game back in California, we smacked them 28-0. Ronbo.
That's what
49ers beat them up.
Like that.
Okay. And Aaron Donald's mom was talking trash to me at the hotel.
No, she wasn't.
Don't do this, and then we blow him. Yeah, and then we blow him out. I say, bad day for your baby. He got kicked out. So, Ronbo, we've always had the Little Lambs number, man. The Little Lambs belong to us, man. Come on, man. We know that. I'm not worried about it, man. We're gonna take care of the Little Lamb. I ain't worried about that.
Mrs. Donald was talking about how her baby boy was good. You know what? I do see this game, though. You know, the 49ers ain't had 2 bad games in a row all year long. This could get nasty. Because Jimmy G takes these things almost personally. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? He knows what's at stake. Jimmy knows what's at stake. We know what's at stake. The faithful know what's at stake. Even young Junior that won the giveaway, he know. So man, he'll be loud tomorrow in Levi Stadium. I'm gonna be at home watching it, and you know what? It's on and cracking. We're gonna get this number 1 seed. I'm not worried about that.
There you go.
And the faithful need not to be worried about that. We're
True.
gonna take care of our business.
We have learned.
Our business.
Shabazz, we have went through
business.
Green Bay, Jacksonville, Nolans. This ain't nothing but a piece of cake. Last week was just a fluke. You're right.
That's all it was, you know. That's all it was. We got it out of our system. Now all we got to do is do what we're supposed to do. That's it. Just do what you're supposed to do, 49ers. We're good. And I like it this way because you know what? It tastes sweet when you got to get it the hard way. Like 3 the hard way. We're getting it 2 the hard way, and we're gonna enjoy that bye week, man. We ain't playing no wild card, and everybody will be ready, rested up, and we're gonna do what we got to do.
Sounds good to me.
We're gonna do what we got to do, man. Hey, Ronbo, I love all y'all. I appreciate the platform, and I'm gonna holler at you at the post game for sure tomorrow.
All right.
Be at home.
Be looking for you too. Shabazz, just put a W down for Shabazz. He didn't want to give a score.
Yeah, I want to give a score. Just put a W down for me. I'm gonna follow those sentiments, and hey, it's done. It's man. This belongs to us. It's
there you go.
now. We're not waiting on tomorrow.
All right, Shabazz.
All right.
I'll look for you tomorrow, fam.
All right.
All right.
Later,
Have a good night.
All right.
Here's Shabazz, and you know. All right, James, you may have to call back, James, and try again. And James, look through the instructions real quick. You're missing one function on that zoom in. All right. And Mark Slaughter, thanks, fam, for the contribution. He says, "What's up?" 5214 Niners singing "Ooh la la, ooh la 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 la." Martin Gomez says, "Going to the game tomorrow. Go Niners." Martin, you go, man. It's gonna be a party. You know, I gotta tell you, fam. I'm gonna point out one thing real quick. You know what's really funny? Remember that game when the Super Bowl? I think it was the Super Bowl 4 last. That was not a touchdown that beat the Falcons. Did you see where that guy went down, and everybody rushed the field like it was a touchdown? I thought about that when they decided to let Julio have that touchdown too. That's all right. You know what? That's fine. We know. We're like Moses leading God's children. You know what I'm saying? We'll be all right. Hey, Mel. Oh, going back to Sharon.
Hello, Ronbo.
Hey, Sharon. So how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you, Ronbo?
I'm doing okay. I really, it's the bad taste from last. You know how when we lose, we can't hardly wait to get back on the field. Just like the players were saying, they're glad it's a short week.
I still say that last week. Last week's game, they were playing it safe. And then that touchdown, that should have been the end of it because I didn't see where that was a touchdown. I think they gave it to them and they cheated us out of that. That was a win no matter what. But, it is what it is. But we're going to redeem ourselves tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. We don't need any help. We'll get it done
But
ourselves.
I think Jerry is going to have some problems because he hurt himself.
Who?
And he's going to have some problems with that. The quarterback for the Rams.
Oh, yeah, Jared? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have problems tomorrow because, he hurt his thumb, and I don't think he's going to be able to throw the ball.
So do you feel sorry for him?
No. Now, if the Cowboys could beat the Rams 44 to whatever it was, I think we could go out like the Cowboys did.
My goodness, that was such a whooping.
Wasn't it?
We can run on them, though. That's the thing I like the best. And who runs like we run?
Stick to our run game and call it a day. Don't change nothing. Stick with the run game because they can't catch us on the run game.
I want Jimmy to be sitting down on the sideline every now and then, and they start wildcatting while Jimmy and Kyle are sitting on the sidelines laughing and talking. And I got Juice taking snaps or taking a wildcat, and the guys just running the ball.
Right? And I don't think we should have to worry about the Seahawks because their defensive tackle, Al Woods, got suspended for 4 games.
And he's one of the better run stoppers. And Sharon, who likes to run? Us! Yes.
Who that, me that.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And after tomorrow, they're going to be nobody because they're going to get the NFC West one and get back to that number 1 seed and shut everybody up because I think they're ready to redeem themselves after last week. I think they're going to come out strong tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't see them having 2 bad weeks.
You know how important this game is.
Because after losing to Action Jackson in Jacksonville, did you see the 49ers play against – I didn't think – the 49ers were men on a mission. My God, they were methodical.
They were backup during that game. I mean, they didn't let them go up on them like they did all the other teams. So that was a good game. I mean, they held them.
They refused them.
So I was proud of them, even though we didn't win. I was proud of them.
Yeah. And their mindset going into New Orleans, when really all of us thought we were in trouble, they went in there
I was like, man, this is a back-to-back shootout. I was like, what the hell is going on? We come back and what I said, okay, Jimmy, we got to answer back after they answered. So he answered back.
And he did.
5 minutes. I was like, what?
Boom! Oh!
I think that energy got us fired when we played the Falcons and they're playing it safe. But I think tomorrow they're going to be energized up because they're at home and we got our crowd. It's going to be sold out.
And serious implications on this game.
I'm telling you, the quarterback is going to have a difficult time throwing the ball. There's going to be some interceptions and some fumbles because of him. The Rams aren't that good. Everybody's done up on the Rams.
Now, there you go, right there. They're not that good. And Jared Goff is overpaid, way overpaid.
Yeah, he's overrated.
Where my Rams fans at? Are they in the chat? I bet we don't hear anything from them. They know. Only the Hawks fans.
It's going to be nothing but 49er fans. The Rams is going to be quiet. Then they get 1 touchdown, and then the rest going to be Niner fans yelling and everything else. You ain't going to hear a peep out of the Rams.
So we got to go. Let me get your score, and hope it comes true tomorrow.
I'm going to go 24-17. We win.
We're all in that little area now, 24-17. We're not going crazy anymore. And you're right, too. No. All right, Jerome. I will look for you tomorrow.
Yep, definitely. Definitely after the game. Yep.
All right. Night, Jerome.
Good night. All right, good night.
Mel. Come on in, Mel.
Bang Bang Niner gang,
again.
man. Double Bang Gold gang. What's up, Ronbo? How you feeling?
Mel, I'm feeling good. You know, I just, you got that little bit of nervousness like you do. It's like, you know, Mel, it's really funny. It's like, you remember playing, right? You got that, I can't relax. My insides are just boiling and jumping around until you make that first contact. Wham! Oh, yeah. Let's play. You know, now, you know, I've got to go through that. I need to hit something from now on. Maybe that's what I need to do before the games.
Yeah. Not me, Ronbo. Not me. I'm not
feeling?
nervous at all. I'm not nervous at all. I'm about to sleep like a rock, man. I have to be up in a couple hours for a double shift, but I'm not losing sleep over, man. This game ain't about nothing. We about to stomp them.
I think so. Cause
we can't reference last week either.
No.
Yeah, because
it's one of the
there's a few things about last week. And then I'm gonna let you go, of course.
Right.
I know it's other callers. But number one, I honestly think that Kyle was doing his buddy a favor. You know, because his buddy who coaches for Atlanta, who brought him in the fold and everything. Yep. His buddy is on the hot seat, about to lose his job. So I think Kyle
Mel!
I mean,
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, that's number one. Number two, number two is probably, more important than number one. But number two, no matter what, man, even if we beat the Falcons, we still have to win these last two division games. So why go all out and why put players in a position to be tired, beat up, and hurt when we still have to win these games anyway? The Atlanta game really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Number three, being that we have to win these division games no matter what, even if we beat the Falcons, you saw what we did in New Orleans. You saw what we pulled out the sleeve. You saw the tricks up the sleeve and the rabbits out the hat. We put a lot of stuff on film. We put a lot of crazy trick plays on film. So going against the Falcons, you don't want to waste good stuff. We're about to go into the playoffs. We had two division games that they're essentially playoff games anyway. So Kyle didn't want to put a whole bunch of stuff on tape. So a whole bunch of new plays and things like that. So he figured we can beat them with the bare minimum, and we almost did. Up by 9.
We had him 19-10.
We were up by 9 in the fourth quarter, right?
That was in the fourth, right?
Right. Yeah. And last thing, shout out to Paulie G too, man. Paulie's my guy. Thanks for definitely forwarding his info and everything. But don't worry about the defense or the defensive backs or Robert Saleh from last week. There were people who were upset with Robert. I was watching Chat Sports. I love that channel. But he was kind of upset talking about how Robert Saleh should have made adjustments at halftime, and he didn't adjust. And he felt like it was basically out of pride. Like Coach Saleh was saying, no matter what, I'm going to stick to this formula, and it was out of pride. But that's not the case. You saw how many defensive backs we had hurt last week. These are young guys in there, young guys that don't have a lot of experience. So it's already difficult enough for them to grasp the current scheme. They still have, whenever they're lining up or going through the plays, they still have to think about it because it's not habit yet. They don't have a great hold of it. So you cannot be making a bunch of adjustments with these guys and switching stuff up when they don't even have a firm foundation of the original plays. That would be nothing but confusion.
And Kowalski missing. Kowalski was a very integral part of that defense that nobody realized until now.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, man, our defense, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. So,
because I got a feeling Marcel's going to be different this week. I really do. I think he's going to get
no doubt.
He needed a little time to get incorporated into the program. I think look for good things from him this week.
No doubt. And lastly, about the coverage, and people have been complaining about the pass rush. Well, number one, that complaining really started against the Ravens about not having a pass rush. But those guys, we couldn't have a pass rush. Those guys had to stay disciplined. If we would have been rushing Lamar like we rushed everybody else, that leaves a whole bunch of lanes open in the middle of the field. But and then after that, even with the non-mobile quarterbacks, it's not like Matt Ryan is mobile. He just pulled his Russell Wilson. But the reason why we haven't had as many sacks, if you look at the last game versus the Falcons, I hated this too. I was pissed off about it. In the fourth quarter, the last couple drives, our corners and safeties were playing 10, 12 yards off.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
And
Mel,
right. So
Yeah, but-
the way
but-
to beat our pass.
It's
I'm
played
sorry.
a little tighter. No, because we got to get your score.
Right,
Run out of
right.
time.
Because the way teams can beat our pass rush is to get the ball out early. Earlier in the season, they weren't able to get the ball out early because we were in the receiver's faces, disrupting their routes and everything. But it's easy to get the ball out early. You're playing right into their hands when you're playing 10, 12 yards off the ball because now all they have to do is
It's
nickel
throw
and
it.
dime us. So yeah, so you stick those guys. You jam them on the line. That gives our defensive linemen an opportunity to get
Just
to
the amount of
quarterback.
time they need.
Cannot throw that pass.
There you go.
He cannot throw the pass.
Mel, let me
yeah.
get your score. Because we'll see if we can get a few more people in before it gets too late. What do you got for this week?
I think it's 38-17, man.
38. Mel's got 38 up on him. Got 38.
38-17. Didn't I call the 50 burger? I called the 50 burger at New Orleans when everybody was nervous.
I know.
We just about had it, too. We got
almost
cheated out of it. But yeah, man.
That was crazy.
We about to put up 38 on these boys.
All right. All right, Mel.
Yep.
Hopefully so. Go ahead. Get
All
you a little
right,
nap
Ronbo.
in before you get to work, fam. I'm going to look for you tomorrow then if you get a
No
chance.
doubt.
All right, Mel.
No doubt. All right, gone.
Have a good night. Let's roll over here right quick to Ellis. Ellis!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Ellis, man, it's like no matter what, you always are concerned with your opponent. Never underestimate anybody, right? So I've never gotten over that mindset. Football, martial arts, never, ever take anybody for granted. So I don't know what the Rams are going to do, but I know what they should be doing or not doing. So, I'm trying to think, well, we can't go by last week like Mel just said about them getting towed up in Texas. But, they've got no business with a bad-handed golf who makes mistakes even with a good hand should be beating up on no Niners. But what do you think, Ellis?
Well, it might end up working out in our favor. Golf might get some contact to that hand or something from that rush, and he might have to get out. He might have to go sit down, and they're going to have to put in their second string.
Blake Bortles?
Blake Bortles, bring him in.
Come on in, Blake!
Get Blake in there. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let him get his 15 minutes of fame, and he gets smacked around a little bit. You know what I mean? I see this. I see this as a moment to take out our frustrations, and that better be what we are doing tomorrow night. I mean, that's all I got to say. Because
Ellis,
it's Saturday, we're last of the night. Go ahead, champ.
I'm just saying, I want to see Valawaga get his hands on golf. I want to see Contavious make some plays. And I've been praying, and I don't usually pray, I usually just expect. I've been praying, I'm so scared. Solomon Thomas is again going to be a minimal showing. Solomon, would you please get your butt in there? Ellis, everybody can block him in the NFL? Everybody? Come on. Really?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, he's a Stanford guy, so John Lynch is, he's maintaining, probably trying to hold on to him, for some different reasons or whatever, but he hasn't really been doing much of that. And I see he got bigger. He's definitely more got more definition and some more bulk to him, as far as from his physique, but we're not seeing no production, so it's really all for nothing at the end of the day.
I know, because he looks like a specimen, don't he? You're right.
Yeah,
boy,
huge.
He looks like he stays in the gym.
Bigger.
Yeah. So it ain't strength.
Yeah, well, he needs to. Yeah, it's not the strength. That's what I'm saying. Looks can be deceiving, so we need to see some more production from him because he's, we feel he's a high, he's a big draft, draft pick, and I think we're not really seeing nothing from him. I mean, look at all these other guys. We got Julian Taylor. We got, DeMontre Moore.
Julie be back next week.
We got DJ Jones. We got, Valawaga even, you know what I mean? I even like him, because it seems like he's a lot more faster. And, having those guys, like that on the DN rushing, I think that'll be good. But, I mean, he's got to get some production. We got to get some production out of him. So,
he's got.
But the defense.
I just don't understand. Nick weighs what? Nick goes what? 265, 2 something 70 something. And doesn't Solomon T go around 280 something? Last time I saw Nick, Solly was at 285.
Yeah, he's definitely bigger than Nick Bosa, but clearly, the way with Nick Bosa and his technique, how he attacks,
Yeah.
From that end, and just what he's doing with his hands, he just moves a lot like what Salah like to say, violence. He moves with a lot more violence, and I think he just has that technique down to where he's becoming, he's been more effective. Clearly, it shows. But we just need that intensity at an all-time high. We have to close out. This is important. I feel like wherever we fall, we can still, rise to the occasion and, prove the league wrong and whatnot. But why leave it in the hands of having to have that kind of pressure? Why not just clean up? You know what I mean? Get these guys out the way and let's get into the playoffs, man. With all the confidence in the world, we're blowing out these teams. We're completing our missions. We're not giving anybody any easy wins or nothing like that. Like this Falcons game, I've honestly been looking at ESPN and listening to him talk about it and all this stuff with Dan Quinn. Now they're saying it's Dan Quinn's job saved because of this win. So, where my man was just saying
okay,
a few minutes ago is kind of
mission accomplished. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm starting to see that too. So, which is unfortunate because if that's the kind of shit we got going on, that's unbeknownst. We will never know that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, we got to get those W's, especially the ones that, we're supposed to get. You know what I mean? We got to clean up. Offensively, I think we're going to come out and we're just going to I think it might be another one of those games like earlier in the season. They may put up some more points. I'm not going to say that they might not try to fight, because it's towards the end and everybody wants to go hard to close out the season.
And not embarrass
21
themselves.
points at the most.
Yeah,
but 35-21 is going to be my score.
Wait,
I don't
say it
see
again?
them doing much more than that.
Wait, Ellis, say that score again?
35-21. 35-21. I think we're going to put up 35.
Right.
Yes, sir. All right. I think
I
don't know. I think that's what we got going on. I feel like defense is gonna make some things happen.
They'll be there. All right, Ellis. We're going to see you tomorrow, and I hope it's 35-21 because I don't want no close score. All right, fam.
Yeah, I don't want to see none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't even want them to get 21. I wish we could blow them out. We'll see what happens, though.
We will see.
W,
all right, Ellis.
Period.
All right,
Niners. Shout out to the family. Shout out to you, Ronbo.
Thanks, Ellis. All right, fam.
All right, champ.
Night. Yeah. And I see there's Owen Sullivan, our resident Seahawk fan. Poor guy. He's got all these hopes. And now he's continuing.
Go to bed, Owen.
Yeah, Owen, Owen, man, I don't know, Owen. This is really comical, man. If you lose to Rams, C does clinch because of division record. If Hawks beat Cards, also, Pete's not dumb. He will have an amazing game plan for you. No, Pete's not dumb. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing, Owen. If you don't have the weapons, you don't have the weapons. That's a little bit of what we're dealing with. If we have all our weapons versus you having all your weapons, it's a bloodbath. But this is the way it is. You got to work with what you got. You really think that Pete's a better coach than Shanahan and combined Shanahan and Bobby Saleh? Hey, Dollar Bill Will. Come on in, fam. Oh, by the way, thanks, Owen, for the contribution. Dollar Bill. Oh, God.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Oh, man, just sitting up here. My biggest concern is Solomon T. I feel like if Solomon T can show up tomorrow, this game won't even be close.
Man, Solomon T need to do something, man. We need to contribute, man. Come on, bro. Man, we the last 2 games of the season about to go into the playoffs, man. You need to make an impact. If you don't make an impact anytime, you need to make an impact now. I'm telling you right now, Ronbo, man, 4-9 need to finish strong. You want to finish strong going into the playoffs. You got to keep that rhythm going, so we can be that hot team in the playoff that can't nobody mess with. I tell you, Sean McVay wanted revenge. I'm telling you that right now.
I know
him and Kyler Butters, but he gonna come in. He gonna want his revenge, man. We got to go in and we got to put them away. We got to go ahead so we can get them out the way, man. 'Cause I'm telling you right now, the Rams can still get into the playoffs. If the Vikings lose their last 2 games, the Rams get in.
Mm-hmm. They got to win the next. The Rams got to win out too. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So Kyle need to go ahead, get in his playbook. We stumped on his neck the first time. They're gonna go for the kill this time. Yeah, I mean it's time to get going, man. I'm telling you, the playoffs start right now for the 49ers, man.
They already started.
So we fighting for that first round bye, man. We need players. We need players healthy, and we need D4 healthy. But D4 is the X factor going into the playoffs. He's the X factor, man. You put D4 out there, it's a wrap, Ronbo.
It is.
It's a wrap.
If
Ain't
he would
nobody going
just stay off that leg, it just won't stop pulling.
Right. So yeah, we need to go ahead and put him away. Now, Rams cornerback Troy Hill, I heard he's ruled out. He's ruled out for tomorrow night.
Wait, their cornerback? That one, he's pretty good.
Yeah, cornerback.
So they got one dude.
Yeah, he ruled out. So
Jalen.
you know, we got to go ahead. We got to go ahead and do it, man. Running game got to be legit. Put Moser in. Let Moser do what he do. Kyle getting that playbook, man. Rams haven't played Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders went on the team the first time he played the Rams. So
that's right.
It's going to be his first time going against the Rams as a Niner. Man, dial him up. Dial them plays up, man. We need Kyle need to go in that playbook, do it and get them out the way. Put them away, man. Put these guys away, man.
And if Jalen's over there fooling around him, make sure you dial Debo up. Get Debo. Debo had a brain fart last week. I don't believe he'll do it twice.
Use your weapons, man. Use your weapons. Defense side of the ball, Sherman and Kwan back. That's a big boost, and it's a big boost for Kwan because he can help out with the rush. Because you know he's legit when it comes to blitzing off that line. So you got Sherman out there sending out the command for the secondary, putting everybody in the right position, and just put them out their misery, man. We need to finish strong. Great teams finish strong when they go into the playoffs, and that's what we need to do. I mean, we don't need to worry about other teams and all this seed and stuff and all the different seeds and stuff. We just need to go ahead and put them away and get the job done and just head on to Seattle, put it to them, and we can rest for the first for the first round, and then everybody be healthy, and then boom, there you go, man. We riding that ship to Miami. That's a done deal, man. So that's what we need to do.
These guys resting them on the third quarter. I mean, after the third quarter's over, the 49ers need to be up like the Cowboys, be up around 40 points. Nick, let's go. I keep wishing for that every week. Will, can you get it?
We gonna be all right, man. So go ahead, put these guys away. Go to Seattle, put them away, and let's get it, man. Let the games begin. So that's all I got for tonight, man.
Yeah, I need your score though.
All right, 30 to 24. Girl, they gonna get their points because Gurley gonna be in. Because Gurley went in the last time play, so Gurley he may be a little factor, but we gonna shut them down. Yeah. They got to shut them down. Shut him down. Golf can't do a damn thing. So,
and play him behind.
30 to 24, man.
Make him start throwing so he can get picked off. All right, fam. Will, give us that sign out, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my player partner, Trey Trez, Big Show Russo, Shay Lewis, all them guys, man, my TNT fam. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sheik, Big Show, all them guys, man. Coach Tim Sewell, hey man, F the Rams, F Rudy, we lost Super Bowl. We got 55 points put on by the Bucks, so we beat 31-17. We got Jalen Rams for nothing, for another beat the LA Rams 20-7, and they're gonna beat the Rams again, 30-24, and the Rams are bankrupt. All right, one more.
They will. Oh, and Owen, listen, the Rams own the Seahawks, so you see. That doesn't apply to us. That's just you guys. Oh, they beat you like stepchildren. Hey, Jay.
What up, Ronbo?
Jay. Game time. I'm thinking like, well, It's going to be a Solomon Jerry, it's going to be a Solomon T, Dan. Check it out. Solomon weighs 280 right now. And Nikki weighs 266. So I got Solomon tomorrow having a good day.
Solomon a bust.
I'm trying to avoid.
What'd you call him?
I'm trying to avoid
Sloppy
that.
Thomas?
Solomon T. What'd you call him? What?
Sloppy Thomas?
I just don't. Why, Solomon? You can do better.
Nah, man. He got and tell you the truth, we only got one true DN on our team right now. That's
I know.
playing, that's healthy. We got defensive tackles playing DN right now.
Yeah.
So, of course, that's gonna happen. And I just want, man, I tell you, we losing to the Falcons made me mad, but I got over it. But listening to the faithful, it just makes me so upset, man. we sound like fucking Dallas. Yeah. We sound like Dallas Cowboy fans on here, like the NFL out to get us and conspiracy and all. Come on, guys.
No. Hey,
please,
but you know what? We that was one thing about that touchdown. But you know what we're rolling with now? Was the 49ers really trying last week? That's one of the most boringest games. Hey, Jay, even when we was losing last 2, 3, 4 years, I don't remember the game being that boring. It had dry spots. It was lulling. The offense was like clowning. The defense was like, I got Matty Ice running for yards. Matty Ice, them 27 yards he got, that might be all he's got for the whole season. So you see, there was really something strange about that game.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, they probably wasn't up to the game. They probably thinking we the 49ers, we only lost to the Seahawks and the Ravens, so we should beat them. But look, 4 weeks earlier, they went into New Orleans and beat New Orleans with Drew Brees 26-9. Come on, we just had a shootout with them. So they beat New Orleans 26-9
in the Superdome.
That's a good team.
Yeah,
in the Superdome.
They've won 3 out of 4 or something like that. Yeah, they've
that's what I'm saying. They ain't no slouch.
No, but it still looks like the 49ers is going at 3/4 speed. And you know what? It's okay. We'll see the next 2 games, if the 49ers go all out and look like they really busting ass, then we can forget about Atlanta. It doesn't matter anymore. It won't matter anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, Atlanta over with. And then one more thing about Atlanta, last thing I'm going to say about this Kyle Shanahan, they were trying to play not to get hurt. If that's the case, then why would you target your most valuable player 17 times for 13 catches if you're not trying to get nobody hurt? That's the main guy. You don't need to get hurt.
You know what, though? You can't hurt. It takes you can't hurt George. You see him laying on the ground laughing when they hit him last week in that game? George is out of his mind. You know what I hope, Jay?
George out there playing.
I know, but I hope they never bring George in for testing. George may be on something. And who last time you seen a dude get tackled, he laying on the ground laughing? I've never. Well, except for Kendrick Bourne. Him and Kendrick take the same stuff.
Oh yeah, they smoke that Kylie good over there.
I gotta say that. I gotta post that photo up. Kendrick Bourne is being dragged down by a New Orleans defender. He's in the end zone. Kendrick's got a grin on his face. You can see all the way back to Cali. Kendrick,
Kendrick, my man, he out there having fun.
I love it.
He's playing his life.
That's it.
And then another thing I wanted to say to the faithful: have any of y'all ever played football before? Have y'all ever? Are y'all just 49er fans or y'all football fans?
No, you got to feel the burn. There is a truth in that, for sure.
Yeah, and then the NFL rules about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Instant replay is automatically under 2 minutes from upstairs.
Yeah, that's you know what though, Jay? That rule has been altered in the last 2 or 3 years. You know, every touchdown is reviewed, and that's one thing we do have to remember. I just had a thing about that Patriots touchdown 2 years ago. When they showed that play, the man is laying 5 or 6 inches away from the end zone, and the Patriots was throwing the streamers and celebrating. I said, that's not even a touchdown. If Kyle's seen that, he should be able to say something. You know, nobody said anything if Patriots went on and got their 6th ring just to make everybody mad.
Oh, yeah.
But that's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's the Patriots.
But Jay, what do you got for a score? Because we're out of time.
34-17 now.
All right. Jay, I hope you're right. I don't feel like going 4 quarters of football. Jay, let it be done midway through the third.
They ready. They ready. They mad about they let down the team, and they know it's playoff time now. So they ready. And Kyle Shanahan, he ain't going to come out there with no BS plays.
I tell you. All right.
Ready to go.
All right, fam. I'm going to see you tomorrow.
I'm going to call us out already. 9-11! All right, have a blessed day.
He did that with a comma. Like Jay.
All right.
Let's see if James is all set up. Hey, James.
What's up, Ronbo?
James, you know it's the night before, not Christmas, but before the 49ers. Ooh, the table will be so set after this time, after the game tomorrow, this time. No, we'll still be playing this time tomorrow. After that game is over, boy, now the drama. We're going to get flexed. We win that game tomorrow, we're going to get flexed. We're going to have 2 primetime games in a row, James. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Once again, thank you for what you do, man. And,
thanks, James.
This is tomorrow night's game is, we got to get this done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no turning back the clocks right now. Ain't no misfiring. Every team in the league in week 16 has got injured players. Okay, you got to roll with the best you got, and the offense is really got to click and get it on and put it on them. Show them that we are the best team in the NFL, not just in the NFC. Okay, take the wheel away from them early and continuous, and hammer. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. I think getting back Kwan and Sherman is gonna play big for our defense. And I do believe Villalago and Street are gonna play better. That was their first game, Street's first game in the NFL in a season that he started, and Villalago, Jeremiah Villalago, it was the same thing with him. I think, I'm not sure, but I mean, I'll say it like this: it's a no holds barred matter. You don't come this far to turn back the hands of time and say we're hurt and we just can't get it done. Okay, you got to go out there and you got to get it done, even if you got a nail in the back of your big toe. Okay, that's just the way it is. It ain't no stop, ain't no stopping right now. No, and I think that that loss to Atlanta, it showed them something about the league, and I know that I'm not going to say that they weren't cruising along, kind of like saying, "Hey, man, this team is, they some powder puffs, man. Let's go ahead and just go on out there, and we're gonna take care of them." But guess what? A hungry team that is playing for their coach that ain't got nothing to lose, and they came out there and we didn't fire on all cylinders like we're capable of. But tomorrow we're gonna take that's right, we're gonna take that animosity and that revenge out on the LA Rams tomorrow night. Starts at 8:15, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think by them still resting Tart and D Ford, we get these next 2 games out of the way. We're starting out right now with clean slate 0-0, and we're hoping to be 1-0 at this time tomorrow night, or at least 3 or 4 minutes away from being 1-0. And the offense has they gotta get this done, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's no turning back right now. It's not a thing to say, well, listen, we can't. We played all these games since week 3 and haven't had a bye and all that good stuff. But they handle their business tomorrow night, which I believe they're going to do. Then that means they get an 8-day rest. Okay,
yes.
They get an 8-day rest because we're playing tomorrow night. It's Saturday night.
And then
we
play
don't
Sunday.
play until the following Sunday until 4:15, or hopefully it'll be 8:30 that night.
It could be a night game. How much more rest?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and at the end of the day, the last game we didn't have a George Kittle, and we didn't have.
E-Man went out early with that rib injury.
Right. Manuel Sanders went out early with the rib injury, and with that being said,
wait, I got two more excuses. Two more excuses. I got Mike McGlinchey out. I got Joe Staley out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? No, Joe Staley. Well, they came back for the first game. That's right.
Joe Staley came back and really,
looked awful. He was not ready.
Looked extremely awful. Okay, and with that being said, right now it's like, listen, man, we've got 5 championships in that doggone hallway. Okay, that a friend of mine that went to that game walked down that hallway in that museum there. Okay, it's time for number 6 to go in there.
Past time, James.
Listen. It's like this here. We have to get this done. There's no turning back the clock right now. Okay, we've come this far by faith, and
it's time
we
to
still
finish
got
it
to
up.
do what we've been doing all year. Continue to dominate offensively, defensively, and special teams, man.
And
I
show
know
that championship.
they're going to get it done.
Let me get that score, James.
Yes, sir.
All
right, I'm gonna say 37-10 Niners.
Ooh, James is talking domination.
Jared Goff,
37.
Jared Goff. Last time we played it, he folded up like a possum that had done ate a bad dead rat or something. Just needed to go to sleep. So hopefully we can have him doing that tomorrow night. But it's time, man.
Yes, it is.
So thank you for what you do, Ronbo. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. Be blessed.
Thanks, man.
37-10 Niners. Yes,
there you go.
Let's go.
James has spoken. Got it. James, have a good rest, fam. I'll look for you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, McGlinchey, Staley. And by the way, you know what I really love about players like Ziggy Ansah and Jadeveon Clowney? Them dudes, I mean, maybe one of them comes back next week, but if anybody thinks a Seahawks with no edge is going to beat the 49ers, I got news for them. Oh, and you need to make some more statements, Owen. I love it. Grasping his straws as he's about to fall down. What is that? What's that canyon we got? I'm going to put him up in Marin County. Hey, Dre Phantom.
Ronbo was good.
Dre, man, we just sit back here and as we project what's about to happen next, we watch our team come out and a lackluster performance next week. I could almost, you can almost see the 49ers are not going to come out flat 2 weeks in a row. So you see, some of these, James' score might be right on target. 49ers may go crazy tomorrow. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Listening throughout the weeks, the broadcast that you put up, we've expected us to do certain things against certain teams based off their records and their records and how they played other teams. But I don't know. This is that time of year where it's gonna be football, and I think like one of the callers said, McVay's gonna have his guys fired up and ready to play, and we gotta be ready to match and go beyond that energy. And it's just that time, to really just punch him in the mouth, as many say. You know what I mean? So
I do. Dre,
I think we're going to be good.
Exactly what I'm thinking, too. Match the energy this week. We didn't match the Falcons' energy last week. Match the Rams this week.
Even.
Got to.
Match it and beyond. You know what I'm saying? It's that time of the year. It's no time to be shucking and jiving. And with the Atlanta game, I'm convinced that I'm not necessarily with the conspiracies and all of that, but I am leaning on that they probably thought they could do the like the soft playbook against the Falcons, to that extent. I do believe they wanted to win the game because I don't think we would have had those last few plays in the fourth quarter. They were defending, even though they let them drive all the way down the field. But in that end zone, they were trying to defend those plays. So I think we wanted the W for that one. We just weren't trying to get all beat up while in the process of doing it.
It was old rope-a-dope. It didn't work. All right. You know what? They learned.
Right. It was a rope-a-dope for sure. Yeah. I don't necessarily even believe what the trying to do what's the coach over there at Atlanta a favor by giving them the dub. I don't
Dan
think that
Quinn.
was the case.
Yeah, because we don't really know how Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan, what the relationship was about. But I thought about it. I says, maybe because Dan could get fired. But if you talk to Kyle, hell no, I wasn't trying to help Dan out. It's every man for himself in the NFL. So.
Right. Well, to me, if you look at who defensed that last play with like 2 seconds or however many seconds left, was it Ward?
That was Dub, and no, Dub came in late. I don't know. I got to see that again. And if anybody remember on the chat, I know Dub was involved because he was behind him, and somebody else was in front. Julio was.
Well, on the
we've been crying about Julio not being double teamed. He was double teamed.
Right. I saw that on some breakdowns too, but I'm talking about their winning touchdown when they reversed the call and said he broke the plane.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was Ward.
Ward was in there.
I think that was Ward. Ward hit him in the back. I think that was the only player on that play.
I could have swore somebody was trying to make the tackle up front, or was there nobody?
Okay.
No, remember Julio? Somebody had his legs. Somebody and Ward was behind him. But he couldn't get up enough leverage to push him. He had already made it in, and then Ward threw him out.
Right.
It was too late.
Right. But nevertheless, Ronbo, we're gonna be good. I mean, I'm excited about these last two games. They couldn't be over fast enough. I'm ready for the playoffs already to get past this anxiety of these last two games.
It's stressful, isn't it?
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, but
I just want to see the guys
get back. We're going to be ready to go tomorrow.
Tell you. And we will be all right. As long as I got D Ford, I got Sherm, I got everybody back, we ain't scared of nobody. Hey, man, what do you got for a score?
I'm going to go with 24-13.
All right, Dre, I'm going to put you down for 24-13. And I'm going to be looking for you tomorrow. Again, another score. I hope we win out. This ain't even close. I like that a lot better. All right, man. Dre. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Yes,
you too. Yeah, that would be so comfortable to cruise in the fourth quarter 49ers. All they got to do is run the clock. Dancing with Nintendo Star says, will Pete Carroll lose without his chewing gum? Somebody needs to break into Pete's office to steal all his chewing gum. Because he's got crates and boxes of it lined up somewhere in his office. Steal it.
What you running, man? What kind of talk you running, man?
I'm talking about Pete Carroll's chewing gum.
Well, look, man, Pete Carroll, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Pete Carroll his old ass been whooping our division's ass lately, and we got one win off him last year. It ain't a good feeling, Ronbo. I'm gonna keep it honest.
This goes back for
more
years.
Than I'm gonna keep it a thou out, man. Look, we gotta win this game. Everybody know that. We gotta win the next game against Seattle Pigeons, the Squirts, the Seattle Squirts. Now, I'm telling you, man, if we don't have no business, we're gonna make San Francisco Niners look pretty bad to all the good little accolades and praises of Jimmy G and Whoop, and he nailed it here, he nailed it there. But I guess our expectations was better for this year based on what we were doing for draft. Right? Our draft was pretty cool. But however, Jason Verrett, what happened to that boy?
I still don't
know. What
know.
happened to that cat?
Nobody knows.
Is he gone? Nobody knows.
We was asking that question last week. I have no idea.
We got to figure out why would he pick these guys? I mean, it seems like every player they get, they got a few losses recently. I just saw on the news or Google News or whatever about Seahawks losing some people to injuries or
And
PEDs, what
PEDs.
have you.
Yeah.
Right, I get that, but we seem like we can't get nobody to just. Besides the people that got hurt, that's normal. But what about just the picks, man? I'm like, we got Jason Verrett. We had Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward stepped up. He's doing something good this year.
Right.
We got the Akello Witherspoon. He's doing so. I ain't gonna give him a good grade, but I give him a grade at least a C minus. I mean, he ain't really had nothing. He got hurt so long, so I'm like, all right, I can't really give him a bad grade. But when he was out there, he was playing rough. We gotta get some rough bangers in there again for these last two games. Period, point blank, bro. We gotta get some bangers. If we don't, we can call this little playoff run a short-lived. If we play Dallas, which I don't want to do, because Dallas probably can squeak some bullshit through us, and we're way better as far as on paper and as coaching. But Pete Carroll, that chewing gum mother, that old man, he's able to come through with some crazy stuff, man. I don't like him one bit, but he's able to come through. And these Seahawks, man, I ran into some brothers at this place I went to, Ronbo, and I was like watching the game. That was three weekends ago or 3 games ago, 3 games back, and they didn't say nothing to the very last minute that they was Hawks fans, right? So I'm like, oh, so y'all Hawks fans, low key. But when I think we banged somebody. The biggest score we had, I think it was, what was our biggest score that we just played against somebody? We really beat them pretty bad. It was about 3 weeks ago, or
that was the Green Bay Packers. You mean a good team, right? Yeah.
Before
before that
though, not that.
the Panthers.
Before that one.
Panthers.
Yeah, it was the Panthers. Yeah, they was hush hush, but they was like trying to throw a little jab. Oh, y'all, we own y'all. We'll do whoop. Oh, y'all ain't doing nothing. Blah blue. I'm like, man, y'all really ain't got nothing. I kept saying y'all still trash no matter how much you slice and dice it. Y'all been getting very, very and they've been getting some super duper. The pendulum has been swinging their way so many times. It's like I'm over it. We gotta kick their ass. Period.
That's what I want to see.
We gotta kick their ass.
No doubt about it. Whoop them, and don't let anybody say, well, had they had Jadavian and they had a Ziggy, it'd have been a different game. If they had, they lost the running back, they lost both edges, they got another dude who got knocked out on PEDs. I don't know who they got to play in the defensive line, but the 49ers would have to be embarrassed to lose to that team right now next week, and they ain't got nobody playing. Russell Wilson, in spite of the myth, Russell Wilson is not a voodoo master who could just beat people by just being out there. So, I'm looking forward to that game. I'd rather play that game than this one.
I know, but, this Rams game, like everybody said, we got to play out this division with a broom against this team. They're going to want to come back and spoil it for us based on us being a better record. They're at the bottom, so they're going to try to bang heads.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to be able not to be scared, play loose, don't be no I think your boy, Kyle Shanahan, like you said, some of these suspect-ass plays he be doing, I don't know if that's just his style, but he did that shit in Atlanta. I hope he don't bring that same mantra out here to the Bay, because it ain't worth it, man. Don't put that BS.
He's going to be who he is. AJ, I got to get a score, fam. We got to go. What score you got on this game?
I don't know, 14 to 21. No, actually 21 to 18, because I think it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a skimmer. It's going to be a skimmer, bro. And, man, last but not least, I hope the cats who all bandwagon on Ronbo show with all this TNT, all of a sudden they know this and know that, and they want to extend their fucking time. Damn it, get the monkey ass off the line. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, AJ, we got it. AJ, we got to go, fam. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Oh, God. AJ's always fired up these days. Eli. Eli, you have a bag of potato chips. What was that?
Ronbo.
Yo.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Eli, I'm just sitting there waiting on the game. I can't wait till about the third quarter. And it looks like the 49ers got control of the game. I don't want to see any more coming from behind from the 49ers. I don't want to see no last minute. Because, Eli, every game we play now, it seems like it's a squeaker. We got to win it by 3 or 4. We got to hold on. Come on now. It's rough out there.
Ronbo, last week with loss with these Falcons. Now I'm 50 years old. Okay, let me tell you this.
Yes.
I age 20 years more, man.
It
Believe it or
wears you
not,
out,
man.
doesn't it? Oh, man.
Man, it was
20
a boring ass game.
Really
Like the Super Bowl, against the Rams and
L.A. and
freaking.
the Patriots, last year's Super Bowl.
Yes,
Well, that was sorry,
so
wasn't
freaking.
it? Oh, that was
Yes,
sorry.
it was. I just turned it off. I said, screw it. I got to go. So now look at this. We're back, Rambo. We're back. We are back.
I hope so. Because the 49ers, and they don't have two bad games on the road. This year, even when they were so-so and winning, remember we came back. First, we had them 2 games on the East Coast to start the season. And then they came back home, and the Steelers almost beat us.
Oh, man.
And then take the bye week.
How many picks, though? How many picks?
Oh, that's just how bad they played. Awful. Coming back from the East Coast. Eli, I'm thinking it has something to do with travel. And then they come back, and they take a bye week, and they just run Baker Mayfield and his boys completely out of the park.
Oh, so they raped them.
That's why I got a feeling this is going to be the week. They thought they got a whooping last week. The Rams, them boys didn't whoop them. I think the 49ers might have a plan. They'll really lay it on them.
Well, I hope so, Rambo, because I don't want to age more, man. Shoot, man. You know what I'm saying?
You got to stay around for the playoffs. You can't go 20 years a week. I mean, 20, yeah. That's over 100 years old.
You got that right. Man. I'll be 100 by the time we win.
Watching the game from the hospital.
Rambo, come on now. Rambo, jeez, I love your show, man. I love what you do, Rambo. I appreciate that and all my family, you know what I'm saying? So, Rambo, I'll give you the score right now.
All right.
Man.
What do you got?
Let me see. I'm not trying to rape the damn Rams, but I'll give them, like, maybe they'll score on us, like, again, 7, like the first time we met. And we'll score up to 27.
All right.
You know what? 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. That's
28. All right.
Yeah, 28. And hopefully ain't going to be that boring, man.
Yeah.
I know everybody's back except for Quan. But, hey, it's all good, Rumble.
Hey, Eli, he may be back somewhere in the playoffs. Quan he's a madman. Most people take 4 months to get over pec injury. Quan has been out how long?
Oh, man.
A couple of months?
Oh. No.
Not even a couple of months, huh? Quan is...
No.
We got some crazy people on the team. Sherman says things like, you know what? You can think your way through an injury. You feel like you can do it, you can do it. Sherman, what are you talking about? And Sherman's coming back. Oh!
I don't know if he's from this planet, man. I don't know if he's from
We got a few.
This planet.
But Eli, 28, what are the Rams going to get?
7, man. That's it.
7. That's it for the Rams. I like that. All right.
Yes.
We're going to be playing some defense. All right.
We're going to be like there's no tomorrow. We're going to beat them, man. This time I'm for real. I better not more age, man. I had enough.
They're going to win, Eli. Because this is it. They probably feel like they owe the fans from last week, so they're going to fix it this week.
Exactly. So thank God. I mean, we're back and everybody's healthy, hopefully. Mm-hmm. By the end of this I'll be weekend. Probably, 105 years?
Yes,
105 years by the time we finish all this. Man, it's so stressful, man. It's so stressful.
But you will have a trophy to hold on to, Eli.
Oh, yeah, let's bring back the trophy. You're right about that. Yes, sir. You're right about it. Hopefully, one more thing. One more thing, Ronbo. Hopefully we'll go to Super Bowl with the Patriots. That way we can end up their own. You know what I'm saying?
So awesome.
That would be perfect. But thank you, Ronbo. You have your blessed night.
Thanks, Eli.
God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, fam. Be looking forward to it. All right. Night, Eli.
All right. Good night.
Night. Wouldn't it be funny? We made jokes about the 49ers versus the Patriots, and we were making jokes early in the season, before the season started. We were joking. We weren't serious. Wouldn't it be crazy? Because you got to know Belichick is not going to lose to Action Jackson twice. He already knows how to beat the Chiefs. If we win this, look for Belichick and his boys to be standing there waiting on us. K. Hendricks, come on in here, fam.
What's good with you, man? What's good? What's good?
Okay, man. This is that. We're tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be tripping now, though, because everybody is on. Anybody's fans that ain't tripping right now, I don't believe it. Hawks fans all up in my chat, talking and running smack, but they know they scared. K, they know they know what the 49ers running up in there.
Ronbo, you lucky I ain't your manager, man. I would have blocked them Seahawks fans.
These two.
I would have blocked them Seahawks fans, man. But I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna just keep it real, man. This no more down the wire. That needs to be over with.
Oh God.
We need to come out and attack these next two games. Run the ball. Let Mostert contribute to the offense. Let Jimmy do his thing. Convert on third downs. First downs are the key, man, for these next two games. First downs and yardage in the run game. Our defense needs to step it up.
And Kate,
it needs to step it up. We need to work on.
Kyle's got to stop setting him in that pocket. I hate it when they stand there under center with monsters like dude last week. Come on, Kyle. Get him the hell up out of that pocket. Run anything, but stop standing there under center, orchestrating, looking for somebody to get open. They've blanketed the receivers in a way where you can't see right away. If you move the play action, now you got guys running loose. Okay. If you could call Kyle Matthews, his phone's disconnected or something. Okay, dang.
Man, it's just like Jared. First of all, Jared Goff is going to be playing with an injured hand.
I know, right?
No reason he should be moonwalking out of that pocket.
I know.
No reason. D-line needs to be on it. Ronbo, it's no more fooling around. This is serious.
Serious.
We got to win these next two games in order to become the first seed. People don't realize we get that first seed. That is going to benefit us
tremendously.
I wouldn't mind playing in the wild card, but we don't got time for that, Ronbo.
No. We need guys to heal up.
Players to come back. We was about to say, Ronbo?
Yeah, we need players to heal up. That bye week would be perfect. We ain't had a bye. We ain't had a bye week since early in the season. This bye week is for so many reasons necessary. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I really don't want to go to Philadelphia, man, or Dallas, man. We don't have time for that. Like I said, man, no more down the wire, man. Attacking, rushing the ball, running that ball, opening up that playbook, man.
Because can you imagine?
Ain't game over. Quest for 6, man.
Is it? Because can you imagine wasting time playing Philly or Dallas and somebody comes up hurt? Oh, I'd be mad. I said, man, we're going in and play them sorry Cowboys and them. They need to take their body. You know what? They need to, if you have a record like the Cowboys and the Eagles, take the playoff berth away. Come on now. There's teams that got better records than they do. They need to be in there. I'd rather see Tampa Bay in there. Come on, man.
You shouldn't even be smelling the playoffs if your team has at least 7 or below wins, man.
They
shouldn't even be in there. Simple as that. If I was in the NFL, you know what I'm saying, if I was working in the head office, I'll tell Roger Goodell, look, man, you can't be having these, ran down teams opening up playoff games at home. That's silly.
And Kay,
that's
not
silly.
good for football. What if the Dallas Cowboys or the Eagles somehow find their way in the Super Bowl? How many people are going to be watching? See what I'm saying? This is a risk. Weird things can happen. If you don't have at least 9 or 10 wins, come on, man. You win a division. Sit down. There's better teams in the NFC, and you guys ain't one of them.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. And then, yeah, man, we just have to win these next 2 games, man. Everybody look at the time still in that real, man. We'll be in week 17 right now.
I know
we'll be in week 17 right now, man.
Oh God. I wish I could know what's going to happen.
Because you know them Seahawks fans they got them excuses loaded up. Oh, we don't have Jadeveon Clowney. We don't have Diggs. But hold up.
Don't forget Ziggy Ansah.
Y'all was laughing when Jimmy got hurt.
Yeah, and everybody else we had out.
It was funny when Jimmy got hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of them excuses, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no Diggs. I don't want to hear nothing about no Wack.
No excuses.
I don't want to hear
this
nothing
is
about
football.
no Penny.
You know, we had George Kittle was missing in the first game we played this season. Everybody knows if George Kittle's there, they lose. We lost.
Oh yeah,
Amen. And we was leading 10-0. Now here come the Hawks. Now they can play. Oh, the Hawks know they can go in there and beat the 49ers. Every time I hear that, I want to hit somebody right in the face.
They know they're in trouble because we can take them to overtime without Kittle and Sanders. Imagine when our whole office is hands on deck.
Anyway.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. I ain't doing no more talking, man.
Okay, you got to give me your score though. What score you got? Because we got to go. What do you got?
26-19.
All right, I like that. I'll take that in a heartbeat. Easy, no stress, lots of action football. Okay, I'll be looking for you tomorrow night, fam. We're gonna be singing "Ooh La La" and carrying on. Order that pizza.
Better please, man. Facebook all day. See y'all tomorrow, man.
All right, okay. Have a good night. PJ.
You'll help find vital different equipment, and you'll help save next life of food. I hope I never have to think, what if we could have done more? So please text CREW 70300 and give £3 a month now before another life is on the line.
Oh.
Thank you.
Maybe that's PJ doing that commercial spot. PJ!
You're watching LFC News and here tonight.
I think
June the 1st, Champions League. June the 2nd, parade. June 3rd, well, probably days for most of it. Yes.
European champions Liverpool were back on the field as they began their title number 19.
Hello there, very good evening to you. Welcome on to LFC News.
PJ! PJ's into it, whatever it is. I can't make out what it is.
Liverpool FC is.
All right, we better come back to PJ or we'll just wait. PJ's either passed out. Hey, this just in. Oh, Justin.
You got to do that every single time?
I do. You remind me of that Russell Wilson's commercial. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And Russ, you guys going to say that every time?
No,
yes, we will.
You know what commercials I'm sick of? You know what commercials I'm sick of? I'm sick of singing Baker Mayfield commercials now.
Oh,
Those
but walking around with his pajamas on and slippers like he's somebody. Baker ain't winning no ball games. How did he get that commercial spot?
Like, what the? Man, I swear. Man, I'm telling you, that game, I felt so stupid because I was like, yes, we stopped them. And I was like going ecstatic at work. And then they reversed the call. I looked so stupid. I walked out of work like.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do. That was man.
God, yeah. And it was Ward and it was DJ Reed that was on the flag.
Is that DJ Reed?
That was the, yeah.
Yeah.
Was the play.
Yeah, DJ Reed. He needs more snaps. You know, Justin, this is the thing about all these guys getting snaps. So I like them getting snaps. So if they have to come out there later, it's not going to be like foreign to them. This is what I like about School and Brunskill. They've had lots of burn. So, when their number gets called, they can come in. Garland, I think Garland's going to get better and better as the weeks go by. So I'm not worried about him. And Marcel Harris. Last year, Marcel Harris looked pretty good by the time of the end of the season. So I look for him to have a great game tomorrow.
I don't know what he's doing. Man.
Yeah, he's
step up, man. Missing tackles.
He's out of sync. He's been playing special teams. Football's a game that you need your reps. You got to have them. If you're not getting them, you tend to get a little rusty. So.
Yeah, I just hope he's getting. I just hope he could get his act together.
Yeah, Solomon T. Were you right? Oh, man. If I could just get Solomon T to make an appearance between now and no, he's got to make a playoff appearance. DJ Jones is out. Solomon T has got to get it together. He's better than this. Mm-hmm. Come on, T.
It's one of those things where you're hoping, you're praying, you're just hoping the guy can do something. And he ends up doing nothing, and you're just like, left here going.
He can't get off of blocks. Justin, remember that video he did summer before last? Solomon T was working with, looked like he was working with I don't know who it was, but Solomon looked like a martial artist and it was hands. Solomon, the dude was trying to pull something. I said, look at T. And then the season starts, and where'd all the skills go, Solomon? Come on now.
I don't know. I don't know because he was working out with Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald's a beast too. So I was hoping, I was praying this guy can add that to his like. No, I haven't seen it. I haven't, and I'm a little bit disappointed because I expected more out of him. I expected more.
Maybe it's just
you're
footwork or
drafted
something?
first round and third pick. We passed
Could have been
up on
second.
Christian McCaffrey. We passed up on Jamal Adams.
Oh, don't remind me. Oh my God!
And you can't show up. You're telling me you're not like over here like a lot of people are doubting us about taking Bosa. Bosa made the Pro Bowl right now. He made the Pro Bowl. He was the first
49er rookie since Patrick Willis.
NFC players, the most NFC players to have votes. I think he was number 2, and NFC player to have votes. He has 13 sacks on the season. That could be Solomon Thomas. That could have been Solomon Thomas, but he's not. He's not progressing, and it's frustrating because is this another bust? You're
and
just wondering, man. You're wondering.
And McCaffrey and Adams are just they're just kicking butt.
Yeah, we can use one. It's just I don't know.
And if we had McCaffrey, we wouldn't have picked up Jerick McKinnon. McCaffrey's just a light-skinned Jerick McKinnon. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, so many things went wrong with that pick. Justin, tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
What's happening? What do you got happening? Because we got to get your score.
I got this a 24-14 game.
Okay, so it's 24-14 for Justin. Or Austin.
24-14 game. I don't think
Justin. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got 24-14.
All right. Well, Justin, you're going to have to move the ball tomorrow on the Rams and do it quickly. Get up on them as fast as you can. If we got, 14-17-3 in the first half, we got them right where we want them. Now they got to throw the ball constantly.
They got to throw this ball, man. They got to throw this ball. They can't rely on this running game because we have to throw the ball. You got Jalen Ramsey. You got to test these. We did against Marcus Peters. We tested, Marcus Peters. I don't even know how Marcus Peters got selected Pro Bowl. I really don't. How the hell did Marcus Peters get selected Pro Bowl? Like, I still have no idea how he got selected.
He's got he's got a bunch of INTs. I don't know how many he's got this year, but that's AFC anyway. So
Yeah. How? It doesn't make any sense. But whatever. A bunch of players got snubbed anyways from ours, so we'll have
because all we know is Deebo Samuel made a little boy out of him in that game we played against him. Remember, Deebo went downfield and just pushed him out the way like he was trash.
He took the ball from him
and took that ball into the end zone. Get out the way, Marcus, man! Give me the ball. That's my ball. That's my ball, punk.
This Levi Stadium better be loud. This Levi Stadium, it better be loud for this game because we need to win this game. We need to.
Wait a minute. Justin, your score was once again 24-17, did you say?
24-14.
24-14, all right. Justin, I tell you what, I'm going to look for you tomorrow, and we're going to be singing Ooh La La midway through the third quarter. All right?
Hopefully, hopefully Nick Mullins can see some action, right? Hopefully.
Oh, I love that. Get Nick in early in the fourth. The game was so out of hand.
Yeah,
right.
Get him some action, man. I want to get him. I want to see him get some snaps. Shit. He needs the snaps.
And then, if it's really out of hand, then let Dante Pettis come in and get some snaps too. I'm sick.
Oh God! Oh no.
Okay, let's not get into that. Yeah, Justin, I'll see you tomorrow. I know.
All right.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Yeah, who else we got sitting down? Because Marquise he's already been put on the IR. So actually, who's only on the bench? Dante's on the bench with who? Nobody? It's to be Dante and Richie. So you take out. I think we can wish PJ a good night. I think PJ's in his pajamas. You knew I was going to do it at some point. PJ. All right, we can say tonight. Let's go ahead and call it a night. Because I want to see. I got my fourth quarter team already. Let's see. I got Nick starting. I mean, Nick picking it up. I got Richie and Dante because Dante needs his butt needs to work. Get him out there. Get him some throws. Go ahead with my running back. I'm going to go ahead and bring out Jeff Wilson Jr. can finish the game. And maybe TC should get some run, too. Fam, I'm not saying anything bad about TC, but I'm a little concerned about his consistency. Now, we see the same monster every week. When Matty B's healthy, you always see Matty B is not going to go the whole game without busting one move at least, all right? So I like TC, but I really wish Kyle would go ahead and use him as I use him in Atlanta. Get him out in the open. He's got good hands. Throw him the ball. It's, I'm out of line. None of us got any business questioning what Kyle Shanahan does. Eventually, Kyle Shanahan could wind up in the Hall of Fame. Okay, I know. But we got a right to wonder, Kyle. And I want to know also the defensive coaches. What are you guys doing with Solomon T that he's the same Solomon T almost every week? You don't know he's in the game until you find it. Whoa, nice play by Solomon T. Ooh. Solomon is? Yeah, he's in the game. All right, we got 4 first-round picks in. We have 5. We were supposed to be able to afford to not have one of them play at all times. D Ford and his incredible thighs with the hamstrings that don't work. So, I figure D's healing up. He's getting the best treatment you could possibly get in the NFL facility. And he's not going to see any more action between now and the playoffs. I just wonder how bad did he tweak it when he came out of the game week before last against the Saints? Because that's going to have a lot to do with how long it's going to take for him to get better. If you ever pulled a hamstring, it does, it becomes mental because you're afraid to sprint. You're afraid to drive off. That pinching is incredibly painful. I've done that. And it's funny because I'm a 200-meter, 400-meter guy, right? And the coach, start! Oh, go back. Ronbo! Ronbo! Get in there! You're going to anchor the quarter miles. You're a 400-meter team. What? Get in here, man, because another player got hurt. Another runner got hurt. You're going to anchor the 400 meters. Whoa, coach, are you serious? You can do it. See, in a 400-meter relay, the thing is, the race is already won. The first guy usually gets you a lead. If you're going to win the race, the first guy's going to get it done for you. The second guy is the fastest guy. The first and second guy are the fastest guys. The third guy is usually got crazy speed as well. The anchor guy, because I'm being 200 meters, 400 meters, I was a progressive runner. You'll get me on the first 100, maybe 200 meters, close to 200 meters, but I'm taking over from there. That was my thing. So, 100 meters, all right, give me the baton. I can do this. I did okay. The rest of the sprinters were laughing at me. Hey, Ronbo, man, you were coming down that stretch, bro. We didn't even know you had it in you. No, I don't have to hold back. You know what I'm talking about. If you ever read 400 meters, right? 200 meters, those are marathon sprints. You gotta have some serious gusto, because coming on that second turn, the monkey jumps on your back, boy. Now it's all fortitude. Get your knees up, let that jaw hang loose, try to stay loose, and bring it home. We came in second. But that's the pull muscle is what I pulled my muscle doing that, though. Boy, I never felt so much pain in my life. God, that hurt. Hey, tell you what, fam, I'm going to go ahead and see you tomorrow. Be in your face, at your place. Fourth quarter, singing, ooh la la, ooh la 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 la, ooh la la. Fam, please give me some light. I'll see you tomorrow. Get ready to be 12-3. Yeah. Niners! singing ooh la la, ooh la 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 la, ooh la la.